Hello and welcome back to Magic Monday. I'm Chicken and Raffles, and today I'm going to be playing a Pauper League. And in the Pauper League, I'm going to be playing Mono White Heroic, which centers around a couple of mono white creatures with Heroic and a bunch of enchantments. I make dudes really big, the dudes are really cheap, and hopefully that's good enough to win at least 3 of my games. That way I can play another league later. Alright, match number 1. I get to play first, and I have no lands in my hand. This looks okay. Assuming I can keep my one creature on the board. This looks fine. Alright, turn 1, let's throw down my creature, and hopefully it is still alive by the time it gets back to me. Okay, it's a blue X deck. Preordained, turn 1. Could be good, could be bad. I'm just gonna go with Hyena Umbra here. Always yield. And get in for 2. So far, so good. And opponent is passing, which you love to see. I love to see it. Let's try Ethereal Armor first, assuming it's going to get countered. It did not get countered, which is very odd. So that being the case, I think I'm going to go for Sentinel Eyes. Okay, there's the counter. Oh, there's a snap. Okay, gotcha. Well, that's annoying. Ah, okay, so is it familiars? Because it might be familiars. Okay. That's fine. I'm just going to go with another Hyena Umbra. Say go. And Seagate Oracle. What are they going to find? Oh, never mind. This isn't one of the cards that reveals, so whatever. Okay, Secluded Step. I don't think I need to cast it, so I'm just going to cycle. Okay, great. Found a land. Might as well play Battlefield Raptor here. And go for the Sentinel's Eyes again. Exiling 2 cards from my graveyard. And get in for 4. Okay, yep, and there's Ephemerate. My favorite card. If you couldn't tell, that was sarcasm. I fucking hate Ephemerate. It's a very stupid card and probably shouldn't be in the format. Probably shouldn't be in any format. Ephemerate is a very fucked up and very stupid card. And there's the familiar. I think we all know how this is going to play out from here. Very stupidly. And Archaeomancer, grab Ephemerate back from the graveyard. Ephemerate, grab Snap back from the graveyard. Snap, untap. And I want to quit playing the game now. And so I will. Okay, what do I do against this bullshit? Probably just Beckon Apparition. Exiles cards from graveyards. I'm gonna need that to happen. And what do I do besides that? I mean, probably just take out a couple of these protection from spells. Yeah, that's probably fine. I'll just play with 61. Or you know what? I don't need all these Deathblade Elites, so I'll just get rid of one of them. Okay, hey, look at that. I have lands. So many lands that I don't need. I'll keep it anyway. Okay, well, at least this time I have protection from, which should be somewhat helpful in case I want to snap my creature. Ethereal Armor, always yield. Get in for 2. And that's my turn. Okay, preordain. Fine. Okay. Not bad. Sentinel's Eyes. And get in for 5. Can I survive the turn? Okay. Sunscape Familiar, sure. Alright, yet another land. Hyena Umbra. And get in for 8? Question mark? Okay, so far so good. Still have God's Willing in my hand. Okay, they're cycling. Don't care. Snap. I'm just gonna God's Willing here. Prohibit. Yep. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Good game. Because I have no interest in playing the rest of this game, I'm very likely just going to quit. Because this is very annoying. This is the one of my least favorite matchups in Pauper. Because it's as stupid as it is boring. Counterspell. A counterspell, sure. Yeah, nope. That's fine. And then Sentinel's Eyes. Exiling 2 from my graveyard. And as soon as they do anything, basically, I'm just going to concede, because I don't want to play this anymore. I mean, if they don't have Archaeomancer, I guess I can keep playing, technically. And there we go, concede. Yep, good game. No reason to play a match that you're just gonna get pissed off at. Alright, match number 2, playing first again. I have a creature and some lands. Let's go. I wonder what I'm playing against. Okay. They're gonna grab a swamp and snuff out my creature, because that's gonna make me very sad. Okay, they're definitely on blue something. Thankfully, I have lots of protection in my hand, so I can just get in for 2 here. And end the turn. Okay, Brainstorm, sure. Totally fine. Alright, and Evolving Wilds number 2. Ah, blue-red. Okay, blue-red is totally fine. Even preferable, one might say. Okay, let's make my guy as big as possible. And get in for 8. Should be pretty hard to come back from that. Okay, Rite of Flame, sure. Into Seething Song, Into, oh my god, no, it's some sort of storm shit. So probably Serpentine, whatever. I mean, luckily I can still just get through unblocked, so I don't know how good that's gonna be. Into a Seething Song. Lotus Petal. Okay, Drift of Phantasms. As a creature, what? Okay, sure. You definitely did all of that. Yeah, Serpentine Curve. That is more or less what I was expecting. Okay, I'm just gonna pro blue here. You know what? I'm also going to pro blue here. Because why not? I might as well. Raptor is not going to be super useful, so I'm just going to put it on the bottom. Get in for another 8. Because yeah, it would have been 9, but, you know. Okay, opponent is down to 2. Am I dead or am I not dead? Yeah, teach by example, Serpentine Curve. So make 2 really big guys, I guess? I don't know. I mean, I'm just gonna pass my turn because I don't have anything in response to anything, so do whatever. If I die this turn, I guess I won't be surprised because I'm playing against Storm. Okay, Brainstorm. Okay, Ritual into Ritual. Sacking off Lotus Petal for a blue. Teach by example. Teach by example, doubling their doubler. And triple Manamorphose. Great. Into something, probably. Into another Metamorphose, okay. Into Brainstorm. At this rate, it feels like my opponent is gonna lose to time. Because I've cut out a lot of stuff where they're just like brainstorming, and it takes like 2 minutes to do. Into Preordain. Into Preordain. Into Lotus Petal. Sacking Lotus Petal for a 1919 fractal token. Can they win the game from here? Because it kind of feels like no. Kind of feels like they can't. Okay, great. And then I get to emerge unscathed. Pro blue. And that should be game. So I'm just going to attack now. Alright, good game one. That took entirely too long, but it's fine. I could bring in Curse of Chains just, like, to be a dick, I guess, but honestly, I think the deck is fine without it. I mean, you should probably let me play first so you can draw an extra card or whatever, right? This is not a good hand. This is too many creatures. I need stuff that isn't just creatures, but I guess I'm gonna keep it anyway. Ooh, okay. Interesting. By interesting, I mean bad. Also, I think my voice just cracked. What's going on? I should have grabbed some water. Oh, they have one land. This maybe is going better than expected. Okay, Ethereal Armor. And I think I just want to leave up God's Willing here. In case they have a bounce spell. I don't really know what their deck has in the way of interaction. You know what, maybe it would just be better to have a creature on board. In case I need to block something. Okay, right, here we go. Triple Rite of Flame. Wow. Okay, well, that's going to be a big galvanic relay. Assuming they have it. Which I always do. I always just assume they have whatever the worst card is, because that's how Magic works. Okay, Drift of Phantasms to transmute Galvanic Relay. Very cool. Very cool and very good. Okay, they have a Fling. That is potentially a problem. But one that I don't really have a very good answer for, so I guess right now my plan is hope they don't draw. I don't want that on top, really. I'm just gonna do it again. Sure, blue. Whatever. Deathblade Elite doesn't do much here, so I don't want to cast it, or even have it on top of my deck. Get in for 5. And, yeah. I get to just pass my turn here, because I don't have anything in response. Yep, cast all your stuff. They need to hit 21 instants and sorceries in the graveyard, and then they can fling a Serpentine Curve at me and win the game. Although that is a very specific line of stuff that needs to happen for that to actually work. And Galvanic Relay number 2. Galvanic Relay number 3. Okay. Sure. I'm gonna go pro blue here. And might as well play Battlefield Raptor. Get in for 7. They have the Serpentine Curve in hand-ish. But the only ritual I know about is Seething Song, and I don't think that's going to be good enough. I'm just going to pass my turn and hope I'm not dead. Okay, second Lotus Petal. Three for Seething Song. And then sack off both Lotus Petals for blue, I imagine. There's one. Preordain. They're looking for... I assume they're looking for their 4th Manamorphose and 20 cards in deck. I don't know if they're going to find it. Sack off another petal for another Preordain. Or a Brainstorm, whichever. You know, a cantrip. They found a blue source. And they have 22 cards in graveyard. I don't think they're all instants and sorceries, though. Oh, it doesn't matter. Right, because it has to do with how many sorceries are in exile, too. Gotcha. Well, good job. Good game. That was very dumb. But it's fine. Because I can take out a couple of these Battlefield Raptors and put in a couple of copies of Lifelink. And hopefully, if I can make all that work together, I can get out of range of a one-hit kill. Although not with a hand that bad. This one, however, is fine. I really don't know if I should keep 3 lands, so I'm not going to. Opponent is very slowly deciding whether or not to mulligan. Yeah, I'm sure I will have fun. Don't worry. Every game of Magic is just as fun as the next. Also worth noting, the opponent has played a full 11 extra minutes of Magic. So that's cool. Always yield. And Umbra. Get in for 4. Ooh, Evolving Wilds. That's not going to win you the game. All right. Let's just go Karamuch's Blessing here. Sure, yeah, fine, great. Evolving Wilds, definitely. And 7. I guess I don't need to emerge unscathed. Doesn't really matter. If I can get in for 7 now, I should be able to get in for 9 next turn. Although that math doesn't actually add up. Okay, am I dead yet? into Manamorphose. Oh, or Teach by Example. Okay. Double Galvanic Relay. Because I'm kind of fine with that. Yeah, totally. Find another blue. Manamorphose. Okay, I was right the first time. You know what? I'm just going to do it now. Fuck it. Doesn't matter. Yep, Pro Blue. And pass my priority because I don't have anything left to do. If I'm dead, I'm dead. Although I'm, you know, kind of hoping I'm not dead. Galvanic Relay, yep. Do a bunch of stuff. Essence Harvest. Ooh, okay. Yeah, totally, totally. I would like to do that. Thank you. Pro Blue. And I was really hoping that was going to be an enchantment, but it is not. So I'm very likely dead. Good game. I mean, they could have just bricked. I mean, I'm not fully dead. I'm just mostly dead. Tap 3, Seething Song, Teach by Example. You can double... I mean, you could triple Galvanic Relay. I don't know how good that is, though. Yeah, Brainstorm. Preordain. Okay, so they're getting further away from being able to actually cast Seething Song. So is that game already? Do I win? All right. That should be game. All right. Okay, match number 3. On the play for the 3rd time. And for the 2nd time, I had a no-land hand. Okay, feeling like I don't need double Trailblazer. Although, maybe what I don't need is Sacred Cat. On the off chance it's burn, I'm going to keep Sacred Cat. And say go. Okay, red, black, something. Oh, it's an artifact land. Okay, I gotcha. You're playing one of those decks. Gotcha. Very cool. Always yield. Get in for 2. Okay, yeah, some sort of Chainer's Edict. I can't even pro black and survive, so... Very good, very good. Okay, Sacred Cat and Battlefield Raptor. That is my whole turn. Yep. And surprising no one, you're on Cleansing Wildfire, and very probably Geomancer's Gambit. I just don't know what the other part of your deck is, otherwise I would start thinking about sideboarding now. Okay, this is not great. I have 2 pretty lackluster creatures and no artifacts, I mean, no enchantments to put on them that actually matter. Okay. Oh, there we go. That does something. Yeah, totally. Except, what if we don't do that? Unless you have a second one. Yep, okay, well, you did it. I guess now, I'll just play Sacred Cat anyway, and you can go fuck yourself. Double Galvanic, very cool. Okay, Prism, draw a card. That sure is a land I drew. Okay, exile 2, get Sentinel's Eyes back. Attack with stuff. Okay, opponent goes to 12. Sacking a clue. God, they have so many cards in hand. Ugh. Okay, draw. All right. Not a problem. Okay, Cartouche. If they have the third Galvanic Blast, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight. Okay, fine, yeah. All right, very cool. Very cool. Okay, and they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana, so no Chainer's Edict next turn, but it's only a matter of time. Sure, Duress, take my fucking card. I don't care. It doesn't even do anything. Okay, and then cast down or whatever. Crypt Rats, gotcha. Okay, I don't know why I did that. Doesn't really matter. Get in for 2. Is that to each creature and each player? Okay, I can live with that. 1, 2, 3. Sack your rat. Yep, totally. And Skyfisher bouncing one of your artifacts. Really didn't want to see a land, but I did. Okay, return target creature to the hand. Draw a card. Play Thraben Inspector again. Cleansing Wildfire. Draw some more cards. Why not? That is a card I drew. And now the slow crawl to death. Okay, lose 4, they gain 4. Next turn I'm taking 7 to the face. And another Cleansing Wildfire. That's 3. Wow. How lucky. And Trailblazer does nothing, so scoop it up. Very cool. Okay, Blessing is less good in a match where I'm going to see a bunch of sacrifice effects, so I'm not going to bother. Shattering Blow is going to exile their artifact lands, and don't know what else to bring in here. I guess Lifelink is fine, but I don't know that I need it, so Maybe just take out a couple of these Deft Blade Elite. Why, yes, I would like to play first. Wow. Okay, Deft Blade Elite is the one creature in my hand. I don't know if I can keep it at all, really. It looks really bad. Okay, I guess it's slightly better. Get rid of mutagenic growth, and here we go. Let's try. Let's see what we can do. Okay, Deft Blade Elite. And is it dead immediately? It totally isn't dead immediately. Great. Shattering Blow. Suck my dick. Well, looks like you shouldn't have relied on artifact lands, you big, dumb fucking moron. Ooh! It'd be a real shame if I had another one of those, right? Oh, I thought that was another artifact land. My bad. Okay, I'm just gonna... Ooh, I think I'm just going to attack for 2. And leave up my protection. Okay, Prism, sure. Totally fine. Skyguard is like kind of whatever. If I had a third land, it would be better, but as of right now, it's just kind of not very good. Get in for 4. Opponent is down to 13. And terminate. Okay, that is why you leave up your interaction. I'm gonna say pro red. And even though this does nothing, I might as well do it anyway. Pro black. Okay, land for turn. Do I run out Skyguard? I think I do. Because the artifact lands come out tapped anyway. So there's no point in leaving it up. Okay, opponent's down to 8. And scooped it up. Fuck you. Okay, ooh. Light of Hope might be good enough to consider. I just don't know what I would be taking out for that. Maybe it's worth putting in over mutagenic growth. Because it does gain me life, or I can put 2 +1/+1 counters on a heroic creature. Might be worth it. Man, I really want to keep a Shattering Blow hand, but I also need creatures to be able to play the game. So unfortunately, this is looking like something I could keep. It isn't good. 1 piece of removal and I'm basically out of the game. Okay, Thraben Inspector. Still can't actually play my creature without it immediately dying, so I'm just gonna keep waiting. And Prism. Okay, I mean, sure. At least I can protect it from some things, not... If it's Chainer's Edict, I just have to eat a Chainer's Edict, and there's nothing I can do about that. But if they have non-sacrifice removal... Oh, fuck me. Okay. Shit. I mean, either way, it's gonna die, so fuck it. Yeah, do whatever. Yep, that's pretty shitty. Yeah. You would. Okay, Wildfire does its thing. Okay, well. Come on, something good. Okay, Cartouche is actually something I needed here. In case they do make it to a Chainer's Edict, I need another creature to be able to sacrifice, and now I have that. And Wildfire, draw a card. Man, I can't wait for another wave of Pauper bans in like a year. Yep. All right. Very cool. Okay, Sacred Cat is not nothing. Yeah. And now I have a 2/2. Try to get in for 2. Okay, opponent blocks. How very brave of you. Okay, 3 cards in hand. Crypt Rats, okay. I actually don't care. So, good job, you did it. Sack it. Totally fine. Because I can just get Sacred Cat back. And, how the fuck do I have 6 of my 16 lands already? God damn it. Okay, getting Crypt Rats back is a bummer. 2 cards left in hand. One of them being Crypt Rats, so... I just need to draw something more useful than Sacred Cat. Okay. I guess I just attack for 1. Okay. I mean, fine. Great. I'm doing it. I'm really doing it. Okay, they're back up to 3 cards in hand. Which is less good. Okay, this is their big boy. Yeah, sure, drain me for 4. Don't care. Attack for 1. I think I can just put a counter on my cat. Yeah, I don't have a blocker. Thank you for asking. Okay, it deals damage to each. Does protection do anything against that? I don't know. God damn it, why is Magic so unintuitive? Uh-huh. Sure, because it doesn't matter. I think Cartouche is garbage here, so I'm not gonna do it. I think at least threatening Sentinel's Eyes here is maybe the right call. I don't know. Okay, fine. I did it. I think. And I have a card in hand. They don't know what it is, but it very likely could be another protection spell for all they know. Okay, totally, totally. Yeah, I'll block. Sure, whatever. And then Skyfisher. Creature card from graveyard to hand. Son of a bitch. Okay. Well, not much I can do about that. So I'm just gonna have to eat another 4. So, Trailblazer is pretty good here. Skyguard is, oh my, are you fucking shitting me, dude? Fine. I love playing really low land count decks and drawing all of my land. It's so good. Yeah, so Deathblade Elite, which does nothing. I'm just gonna play that. And then you sack Crypt Rats, and yeah, good game. Okay, match number 4, and I have cards in my hand. Those cards do stuff. The mirror match. Okay, I actually don't know how to play the mirror match, so this should be interesting. All right, Deathblade Elite seems like the right call. If I can cartouche here, I should be looking pretty good. Okay, well, that is fine. That is fine. Yeah, I'll take the 2. Not a problem. Okay, we're going to also cartouche. Uh-huh. And then swinging with Deathblade. Provoke the cat. Yes, I would like to do that. Now, do they have a pro card in hand? Because I do. Okay, they're gonna double block. Fine. Yeah, don't care. And then I'm going to God's Willing. And opponent is thinking long and hard about this one. Okay, yeah, pro white. Ooh, yes, please. Yes, daddy. All right, God damn it. Okay, it's fine. Son of a bitch. Okay, well, at least I didn't lose it. I'm just an idiot. Okay, what's the worst that could happen? Double ethereal armor? Because that's what I'm doing next turn. Okay. All right. Very cool. Okay, for game 2, I guess I should bring in Light of Hope because it blows up enchantments. It's also worth considering the Curse of Chains because then I don't have to worry about removing their creatures. I can just keep them tapped down forever. I think I just take all the damage here. Should be fine. It doesn't really matter. And then double ethereal armor. Get in, provoke the token. Provoking the token. Yeah, why not, right? I mean, if they have a Karametra's Blessing or whatever, you know, fine, whatever. And they very much do have that. Hexproof Indestructible. Very cool. Cool. And good. Good and cool. I mean, I saw it coming. But also, it could have just as easily been a bluff. Okay, do some attacking. I guess I'll block one of the things. Second blessing, great. Yeah, sure, totally. Okay, great. I really want to see the other half of my deck, the half that has the enchantments that do stuff. That would be good. Mana Tithe. Okay, sure. So I'm very probably just not blocking this turn. And then losing on the next turn. Because I don't have anything. Yep. Can't do much about that. Sometimes you just lose. Whatever. Crazy that there's not more people playing Pauper. It's such a good format. Okay. Blessing is probably the worst card right now. After that, I'm thinking I probably don't want to take the extra damage off of growth. And I don't think I need double. Like, Emerge Unscathed and God's Willing is probably just, like, too much. Okay, no lands in hand. You love to see it. Over and over and over again. Okay, I guess I'm gonna keep. 2 lands is fine. I mean, Double Light of Hope is exactly what I wanted to see in this matchup, so... should be able to do something here. And as long as it isn't Trailblazer, I feel pretty good. As long as they play a card. Or don't, actually. I'm totally fine with that, too. Gonna go Ethereal. And Cartouche. Get in for 4. I gotta say, pretty good turn. Not a bad turn. Ah, okay. So their hand was not great. Cycling Secluded Step. What else you got? Okay, Trailblazer. Trailblazer. Okay. Attack, provoke. Yes, I would like to do that. Okay. Wow, they didn't actually have a thing for that. Unexpected. Okay, land for turn. Anything else? Nothing else. All right. Feels good. Attack with both. Provoke. Yes, I would like to do that. Question mark? I mean, they can definitely play around it. I mean, they have probably an answer for that. Okay, yeah, totally. Unfortunately, I have an answer for that. I actually have double answers for that, so I'm going to blow up your enchantment. And I'm going to put a +1/+1 counter on my elite. All right, I did it. Check out the big brain on Brad. Now, do they have enough? I mean, they still have 5 cards in hand. That's so much. Okay, Journey to Nowhere is pretty good. That will work. And Elite. Okay, now would be a good time for Curse of Chains. It would be a very good time for that. Because I have nothing going on right now. And Deathblade Elite is going to fuck up my whole board in a matter of turns. They'll just get rid of all my stuff, and then I'll be sad. Yep. Yeah, I'm certainly bummed out right about now. Okay. Oh, just let me draw Curse of Chains. Please let me draw it. Because I need that to happen. Yep. Totally. Give me just one time. One time, could I draw the thing I need for one time? Of course. It's a land. Okay, great. I mean, I should just scoop now. Because that thing I said earlier about not just like playing a game to get yourself all pissed off. Okay, well, ooh. Maybe I go 2 and 3. Maybe. All right, and here we are, match number 5. Will I go 2 and 3, or will I go be sad in the bathroom? Can I even keep this? It looks so bad. I don't really care. I mean, what's the difference between 50 play points and 0? If you're math-minded, you would say 50. The answer is 50 play points, obviously. But really, there's not much difference. Oh, blue-black control! Hooray! It's my favorite deck. I love playing against it. The more often, the merrier. Often. Okay, preordained, sure. Okay, yep. And cool, very cool. Just gonna go Skyguard here and hope they don't pay much attention. Don't worry about that. It's probably not a big deal. Don't worry about it. Probably who cares, right? It doesn't matter. Don't even bother blowing it up. Because who cares, right? Doesn't even matter. Go fuck yourself. Pro Black. Now let's go ahead and bottom that. Sure. Evolving Wilds, preordained. Try to find another removal spell for my guy. And of course, I found it. I mean, yeah. So good. So good and fun. If they have Snuff out, oh my god, dude. Dude, please, please, Wizards, do fucking something. I know you hate Pauper because you don't make any money off of it, but fucking A, dude. Please do something. It's fucking miserable here. Great, sure, fine. Good. Okay, Hyena Umbra doesn't seem very good, so I'm not gonna waste it on the cat. Just counter it. Just do it already. Wow, what a fucking shock. My core has been shaken. To my very core. Yeah, yeah, definitely. And Angler number 2? Yeah, okay. All right. Get in for one. Okay, here we go. And try to do that. Protection from black. Alright, I'm not immediately dead. And ninjutsu, yep. Yep, totally. And then protection from blue, I guess. It's fine. And spell stutter sprite. Get in for 2, baby. And then augur comes down. What did you find? Something one would think. Cast down. Yep. That is a card. Ah, my cat. Ah, geez, my cat. Yeah, you know what? That's fine. You got it. You did it. You got there. Okay, what do I bring in against this shit? Curse of Chains, I guess, and maybe Beckon Apparition? Honestly, Curse of Chains is just going to get countered anyway, so I don't actually want to sideboard at all. Because the less amount of time I can spend playing against blue-black control, the better. The deck doesn't get that much better with sideboarding. Ugh. Speaking of not getting much better, okay. I do have a flying creature and protection. That's as good as it's gonna get for me. I mean, as long as I have free removal, I just, like, don't care. Alright, here we go. Hyena Umbra. My bird is safe, at least for a turn. Alright, here we go. Just play another Hyena Umbra. If you have a spell stutter sprite, just play it. Yep. Okay, I'm not gonna attack because I want to block the ninjutsu from happening. And preordain. Alright, here we go. Sentinel's Eyes, why not? And now that I can attack and still be able to block, I might as well do it. And I have both Karametra's Blessing and Emergent Scathe, so I'm feeling pretty good. Despite my general attitude towards, you know, this whole thing that's happening right now. Ooh, okay. Let's just go Benevolent Blessing. Pro blue. Okay, I mean, sure, but I mean, that wouldn't work anyway, but still. Okay, great. I did it. Oh, what a fucking stupid deck. Okay. I feel like Skyguard might be too slow. I'll just bring in 2 Beckon Apparition. Maybe I could, you know, maybe I do something here. Double Deathblade is definitely at least okay. I wish I was on the play, but don't we all? Okay, totally, totally. Let's go cartouche here. Okay, I kind of wasn't expecting that to do anything, but I'm glad it did. Pretty excited. And end of turn, are they going to spell stutter? No. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Hmm. I think I just attack with both. Sure. Definitely. Yeah, snuff out. Okay. Let's Karametra's Blessing here. Uh-huh. And also emerge unscathed, pro black. All right. Good stuff. And then they preordain. And then here comes the, okay, another preordain. It's exactly what I was thinking it would be. And where's the ninja? Show me the ninja. Totally. For sure. Yeah, I guess. Why not? Pro blue. And then we're gonna go ahead and get rid of Snuff Out for a flyer. And then while I'm doing stuff that is good, let's go ahead and do that. Get them with both. Yes, I would like to do that. Thank you. I'm sorry? A creature defending this creature on text may have target creatures defending players and block it if able. Why did that not work? Did I click no? Is that what happened? Yeah, I guess. Why not? Pro blue? Pro blue? Pro blue? I don't think that's what happened. Am I crazy? Because I feel like I'm crazy. I must have clicked no, but I don't think I did. Because why would I? I exactly wanted to provoke. Yeah, fine. Great. Okay. Cartouche. Because what I really want to do is play Ethereal Armor. So when they spell stutter, I'm just going to be like, oh, geez, oh no, you did it. You're so smart. Okay, provoke the ninja. Yes. Okay. Great. And there we go. Very good. Very good and very cool and good. Counterspell, sure. But what if I have another Deathblade Elite? What are you going to do about that? You fucking schmuck. I mean, what they're gonna do is just still have 4 cards in hand. So. Probably they don't care. Okay, we're gonna pro black here. And then we're gonna provoke Spell Stutter Sprite. Click yes, again, like I've done every time, I think. Unless I haven't, I don't know. Clearly, I have no idea what I do during any of my turns. Okay, Augur comes down, show me cast down. Okay, Duress, that literally does nothing. I love it. Now, the same way they've already seen 3 preordained, could I see maybe, I don't know, like, 2 more ethereal armor? That'd be cool. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and try to kill the seer. Try to. Because God knows I tried to kill that ninja that other time. Just didn't fucking do it. Chainer's Edict. Oh, or Gurmag Angler. Okay. I actually super don't care about that. At all. Ooh, a land. That's pretty not good. All right. Ooh, do I even want to provoke here? I kind of don't. I kind of just don't want to do it. So no, if you want to block, it's your choice. You choose. Okay, you did it anyway, see? I didn't even have to do anything. And Echoing Truth, that's pretty fucked up, actually. Yep. Yeah, that one. Pay 1. And, yeah. And cast down. You did it. Good job. Oh, look, there it is. It just took 2 turns extra before I got to see it. Okay, well, good game. Yeah, I'm not even gonna bother. So that's Mono White Heroic. Wow. Oh, ooh boy. I guess I'm gonna be playing Standard next week. So, I'll see you for that then. Bye.